Have you ever pondered on the perplexing question, why does a loving God allow suffering? This question is at the heart of the Book of Job, an ancient biblical text loaded with profound wisdom and timeless lessons. The Book of Job opens with a man named Job, who lived in the land of Uz. He was upright, feared God, and shunned evil. Job was blessed with great wealth, a loving family, and good health. Yet, despite his righteous living, he faced unimaginable suffering. This leads us to question, why do good people suffer? Job's trials begin in chapter 1, verse 6, when Satan challenges God, stating that Job's faith is tied to his prosperity. God then allows Satan to test Job's faith, marking the beginning of Job's trials. This verse underscores the theme of faith in adversity, teaching us that true faith remains unshaken in the face of trials. In chapter 2, Job's health deteriorates, and his wife advises him to curse God and die. However, Job responds in verse 10 saying, "Shall we indeed accept good from God, and shall we not accept adversity?" This verse teaches us about Job's unwavering faith and the understanding that life encompasses both good and bad experiences. As we delve deeper, we encounter Job's friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. They initially console Job, but later argue that his suffering is due to his sins. Job defends his innocence, highlighting the theme of human judgment and its fallibility. The climax of the Book of Job arrives in chapter 38, when God speaks to Job out of the storm. God questions Job, emphasizing the vastness of his knowledge and power compared to human understanding. This marks the turning point in the narrative, reminding us of our limited understanding and the immensity of God's wisdom. In the final chapter, God restores Job's fortunes and gives him twice as much as he had before. Job's story concludes on a note of hope and restoration, teaching us that suffering is temporary and faithfulness is rewarded in the end. In summary, the Book of Job is a profound exploration of faith, suffering, and divine wisdom. It challenges us to maintain unwavering faith during trials, to understand that human judgment is fallible, and to acknowledge the vastness of God's wisdom. The climax of the narrative teaches us that our understanding is limited compared to God's infinite wisdom. Finally, the story of Job assures us that suffering is temporary and faithfulness is rewarded in the end. So the next time you face trials and tribulations, remember the story of Job. It might just provide the comfort and understanding you need to weather the storm.